Hey guys, let's quickly check out these cheap smartwatches that you can get for as low as €1.20 each if you take 10 pieces of them from AliExpress. I will link them down in the description. You need to check out not the product page itself, but AliExpress offers sometimes these 3-for-1 orders or offers where you have like a list of stuff and it will change the content of stuff or hardware based on what you have in your shopping cart. So if you do not see these smartwatches directly, you just put other smartwatches in your shopping cart and refresh the page until you find them for, I think, €1.50. And if you take 10 pieces, then it will subtract €3 again. No guarantees here because they might be doing it differently in different regions or whatever. But let's talk about the hardware. I was really hoping to get a Telling TLSR chip inside, and spoiler, there is. What you will get is basically the strap and the smartwatch, and the charger is itself integrated into the watch. And the description of it is like step counter, heart rate sensor, and all kinds of shenanigans. Overall, you got like a 240 by 240 resolution screen. Let's try to turn a watch on. Yeah, you can see it's even working. It will now charge. It has this RGB screen, 240 by 240 with an ST7789 or something display type. You have one touch button here in the lower part, not a full touch screen. You have an LED in the backside, which is not a heart rate sensor. It's just an LED blinking to a rhythm, and it will just spit out some fake values for your heart rate. The step counter, I will show it in a moment, is like ridiculous. It's offering also like waterproof design or whatever, but as you can see already here, it's just clipped into place. And you have like the case open, no seal or anything. Then you can remove the PCB together with the display by unclipping it. And you need to wiggle it out a bit since the charging connector has this spring contacts and it tries to push it in as much as possible. After opening it up, you can see that the PCB itself is like the design for a small fitness tracker and not a smartwatch. So they will just connect a different screen to it, and otherwise it's the same. The battery is like ridiculously small. It will be maybe like 65-80 milliampere hour. You have a vibration motor, which is quite nice. And let me show you the LED. And yeah, as you can see, it's really like just one LED connected with a resistor. There's nothing else, only two traces, no way of sensing any heart rate or whatsoever. Then let's quickly go over the PCB, zoom in a bit. And you can first of all see the main SoC is the TLSR8232, which is quite nice. You can see here the touch sensor chip, a bit of charging IC, and I presume a MOSFET to switch on the backlight. And normally you would have like here at this region an I2C acceleration sensor. You would have here the heart rate sensor connected, but they decided to go cheap on both of these options because the step counter is just this coil or the spring which has the pin in the middle, and if you shake it, it will just connect these two, and each shake is like a step. And I can also show it in detail by opening it up. Let's just clip it open. I mean, I haven't looked inside of one until now, but I'm fairly sure this is it. Okay, you can see it's a ball in the middle. And if you shake it, the ball will just like move and do the connection on and off. So not a spring, but a simpler to trigger mechanism overall, as you can see here. So it's fairly cheap to make. That ball is gone. And otherwise, yeah, the vibration motor and such. But overall, it's like a fairly interesting piece of tech. While not usable as a smartwatch, you can really take this PCB and display for this €1.20, write a custom firmware for it, like with the Mi thermometers, have it either speak Bluetooth, low energy, or have it speak like Zigbee, and integrated it to Open e-paper link, for example, to show like a status display. Or even going one step further, but with a bit more hardware tinkering, you can connect this chip to the ESP32S3 and even build like a spaghetti access point for the Open e-paper link and use the radio inside of the TLSR as the main radio for everything, and use the display still as like the real display for the access point, and show like infos about the access point. To, yeah, just basically reuse it and hack this thing further, or write like a custom smartwatch firmware and do everything else you would want to do. It's quite some hardware you get for the price. While the half of it is fake, it's still pretty nice. And yeah, check it out, and maybe there will be future updates with a custom firmware or an Open e-paper link access point to use it even further. Have a great day.